Thank you very much for joining me. How you been? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Back. Steve Renazizi. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Renazizi. Lit. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Renazizi. What's the odds? What's the odds?
Welcome to What's the Odds with Steve Renazizi. I was just going over my history of myself. How you guys doing? It's January, I don't know what it is, 12th?
13th.
13th.
It's Friday the 13th.
Makes perfect sense for the week that I'm having. Hope everyone's doing well. Sorry we're a little late this week. It was a pretty shitty week for some of us, and it was tough. Not an easy week. I had to, as some of you probably know, I had to put my dog down. The old Mickey Mantle went to the big dog park in the sky, and it was real rough. Not fucking fun at all. You're never prepared. You think you are. You think it's going to be okay. I actually planned. I had stuff to do. I had to cancel basketball practices that night. I was like, I can still do that. No, I was a mess. I was a mess on Wednesday, and I want to thank anyone who reached out. A lot of people reached out actually to say, pass me along condolences and this and that. So now, by the way, I'm in a hotel room in Greenville, South Carolina. So that's why I'm laying down. That's why I look all jowly and puffy, mostly because I'm fat and a little bit swollen from crying. But also, I'm lazy today, and I'm going to lay in this bed until I have to get up and not lay in this bed anymore. And that's how I feel. So, welcome to the podcast, everyone. What a fucking joy. What a joy life is. What a fucking joy. So yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I am. And but again, thank you to those of you who reached out, because it makes a difference. It does. It makes you smile and laugh a little bit, and it's important. So yeah, not easy, not fun. Part of life. I'm a big boy now. And that's the way it goes. That's the way the cookie crumbles. There was no dog food this week. You know, we ate steaks. I went out and I got, because I knew Wednesday was coming, I just got like 10 filet mignons. And anytime he wanted food, he got a delicious filet mignon. And that was it. Why not go down swinging? What do you wash down filet mignons if you're a dog? Question is, chocolate covered pretzels. They love them. They absolutely love them. So we went down swinging, and yeah, that's it. What are you gonna do? Now we move on. I really honestly believe coming out of this, my youngest could be in the mafia, because between the Damar Hamlin getting hurt and how is this going to affect my fantasy football situation right away, to the Jonas chore for his allowance every week, part of it, but the major part of his chore was cleaning up Mickey's dog poop. So right away he goes, well, am I retired now? Do I get paid? Do I get paid and not have to work? And I was like, no, dude, this is not a no-show job, right? You're not Tony Soprano. We'll find something else for you to do, and you will be taken care of, but you will still have to work for your money, okay? Give me a fucking break here. So, yeah, that's what's new with me, guys. But other than that, everything else is good. It's football playoffs. Oh, speaking of Damar Hamlin, let's do that. Good God, dude. Good God. And I mean that. Good God. If you don't believe in God, that's fine. Good nothing. Good Allah. Good Buddha. Good whatever. It doesn't matter. Good nothing. Doesn't matter. Pray to the leaves. Pray to a tree. Pray to the ground. Whatever happened worked, because in just, I don't know how many, it's been like less than 2 weeks, 10, 12 days. Going from being brought back to life on a football field to home with his family making TikTok and Instagram videos. And Oof, that's not resilient, man. I don't know what is, and I'm so fucking happy for him and his family, and I believe that everything like sort of everyone got together and I don't think there was a single person that you ran into that didn't either know about it, wasn't affected by it, didn't have him in his mind. And I think because of that, everyone's positive energy. Um, it maybe it did a miracle here. Who knows? Maybe I'm sappy. I flew today. I get very sappy when I fly. It's been a rough week, so maybe I'm sappy, but I guess miracles do happen. Um, so I'm happy for him. I'm happy for his family. And I mean, I don't know. Is it out of the question now to talk about what's the odds this guy fucking plays football again? I mean, obviously not this year. Probably not. I mean, look, Jesus Christ, who knows? But
He's not playing this year.
no, but I mean, yeah, I think he could play football again, right?
I don't know if he necessarily wants to. I mean, I'm sure he wants to, but I don't think his family is going to let him, and he probably won't. That being said, I think last week we talked about how, hopefully they take care of him after he probably doesn't play again because he doesn't have guaranteed money. The Bills went and amended with the Players Association, and they're paying him out the full sum of his contract. So he's getting
That's nice.
Yeah, he's getting the 4-year 3.6 no matter what. And I don't think it's going to count against their salary cap either.
He's only making less than $1 million a year. 4 years,
again,
$3.6 million.
He's on his rookie contract. Was he undrafted,
okay.
Lucas? I think he's undrafted.
Yeah,
And he's only 24 years old. He's a kid.
Yeah.
So he didn't get that chance to get that second contract. But I mean, still, that's a good amount of money. And now he either is going to play again, which will be the most incredible story ever, or he's just going to be kind of an inspiration, and he'll run his foundation and he'll have enough money to live comfortably.
Yeah, he'll find some smart people to get that money invested the right way. And,
yeah, he's
apparently last a long time.
He's already trademarked "Did we win?" and there was another. He was trademarking 2 different phrases. So
trademarking.
Yeah. So
don't you have to go to court to trademark?
Yeah. So you cannot. Well, you just I think you just file it. You can do it online. Go to like LegalZoom and.
Yeah. He trademarked "Did win" and 3 is back.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I want to trademark something this afternoon. What the fuck? This guy just had open heart surgery.
He didn't.
I mean, he did have surgery. Open heart, like his heart exploded. And he's trademarking phrases a week out of the hospital, critical condition.
Yeah.
I've never trademarked shit in my life.
Well, the good news is he hasn't taken Sloppy Pod yet.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he'll never take our Sloppy Pod. I'm trademarking that this afternoon.
But the fact that he is
remind me to call LegalZoom and get the trademark to Sloppy Pod, please.
He's moving around and he's good, so it sets up the narrative. If you think the NFL's fixed and they want a good story, having the Bills win the Super Bowl, and he's the first guy that gets handed the trophy, so he would definitely be on the sideline.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's probably good enough. He'll be on the sideline this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
What? No, dude, you can't. You're going to blow out Miami. You don't pull that card out until you need it, until it's AFC Championship and it's fucking home. I mean, you don't want to bring back the Fonz, and jump you don't want to jump the shark yet. You got to make sure the Fonz is still the Fonz and still kicking the jukebox when you bring them out. You want the crowd to go crazy. You want it to be like, oh, it's us. It's the world. It's us versus, like, you want it to be a thing where you don't bring him out, dude, for fucking week 1 against a Tua Tagovailoa less. Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's out. I know. Bridgewater's out.
I was trying to get to the less.
Skylar
Tua Tagovailoa less
Thompson.
Miami Dolphins.
Put some Skylar Thompson.
Who's playing it? Stuart Thompson's playing quarterback?
Skylar Thompson.
Skylar Stone and Stuart Thompson are playing quarterback for the fucking Miami
Raheem
Dolphins.
Mostert's probably not playing. Armstead is out. Waddle
Raheem
is
Moisture.
questionable.
Yeah,
I'll tell
of
you
course
what,
he's questionable.
Cassie
I'd be
from half
questionable
court.
too
We're watching the
if I
Dolphins
had no one
game.
to throw the ball to me.
Waddle gets hurt. I go, Waddle's limping off the field. And she goes, oh, he's waddling off the field. So he's questionable, and it's an ankle, so maybe he's not 100%. They're in trouble. That game opened at Bills is 9.5-point favorites, and it is now 13.5. So
Yeah, I got it at 13.5 too. I'm on my phone, so I can't. I'll see. I could probably open it up.
not looking
And I
good
didn't
for
check to see if
Miami.
South Carolina has a gambling issue here.
But
Do they allow gambling in South Carolina? I don't know.
I got
Let's see.
BetDSI open, but they really fucked us last week. That parlay was going to hit, and the Jets blew it.
Oh, fuck the Jets. Fuck the Seahawks.
Yeah.
I mean, give me a break, the Seahawks. You pussies. Barely getting into the playoffs.
Look,
and
did
get
you
fucking
watch-
blown out by
Did you watch
Francisco.
that game?
No.
There was some
Sunday was my-
really bad officiating in that Seahawk game. They got some pretty favorable calls, and honestly,
Oh, really?
we should be talking about the Lions in the playoffs, because I think the Lions would at least put up a decent fight. The Seahawks
Yeah.
are going to get blown out. There's a lot of
You're gonna
bad
have a
games,
couple-
honestly. This
Yeah,
weekend,
that's what I was about to say. Yeah, you could have a couple. You could have a couple stinkers.
there's several
and not to-
stinkers.
not-
There's bad
not to say
teams
anything-
this postseason.
But the last time the Giants played the Vikings in the playoffs, do you know what the score was? 41 to
30.
nothing.
Oh,
Ooh. Was that the Jim Fossil
We won.
years?
Yeah, we won. We won 41 to nothing.
Yeah.
That
So,
might be
it could be up for-
honestly. That might be the only good game this weekend. It's definitely going to be the only one with a lot of points.
No, the
No, Green Bay, no.
not Green Bay, the Tampa Bay. I have wrong Bay.
You think
Tampa
it's going to
Bay,
have a lot
Dallas
of
game.
points?
No, I don't have points, but it'll be a touchdown game.
No.
Both those
Bra-
teams will figure out how to fuck it up and get
No,
into
no,
it
no, no,
within
no.
a slugfest of each other.
Brady's going to lose by 3 touchdowns. You heard it here first.
No,
It's a
no.
good week to bet against Brady.
Oh God.
You're falling
Oh,
into
my
that
God.
trap of watching the Cowboys too closely last week and saying,
No.
"Oh, they're terrible. They're going to crush them this week." Brady's
No,
done.
they're
Tampa
not.
Bay is a bad team. Tampa Bay is and I'm not saying the Cowboys are great, but
Yeah.
Tampa Bay is a
Yeah. I'm
not-
bad team. We've watched them enough in prime time. They are horrible on offense, and their defense is mediocre at best, and their play calling is atrocious. That's not going to be a competitive game.
I don't believe that at all. I believe it will be a
Congratulations,
competitive game.
Cowboys fans. You finally won a playoff game.
Oh God. Oh my God. What an idiot. What an idiot, dude. You've never learned. You're so stupid. As dumb as you are, and when I think you can't get any dumber.
Hey,
You go again.
if you bet against Brady every week this week, you'd be up one. Or every week
Yeah,
this
and you know
year,
what?
You'd be up one.
And you know what I read too? If the fucking Denver Broncos scored 18 points in regulation every game this season, they'd be 13-4.
Hey,
So
look
go
what
fuck
happened-
yourself.
Look
all
what
right?
happened as soon as they fired Hackett. Russell Wilson actually played pretty decently. And by the way, congratulations. We ripped on you last week, but the way that the Yahoo scoring shook it out, you are actually the champion of the fantasy league with Russell Wilson
know.
as your quarterback. Now
I know,
feel
and I
feel
wasn't gonna
bad
get to that
for-
yet.
I feel bad for CDC because he had Boyd, and because they postponed the game the way Yahoo did it, you didn't keep any of the points from that game. He just zeroed out because he would have beaten you. He had that touchdown. But you are the default champion. And
I know.
The trophy is ordered.
As-
It's in the mail.
As brutal as this week is, it was bittersweet to find that out. It was sort of. I do feel. Look, I'll be honest with you. I told you guys I've never won. I said this last week. I never won a championship in fantasy football. I know that was sort of, it's like life imitating art. That's what happened on the league as well. But and then winning last week for my son, I felt like I'd won. But you know what? If I'm going to win, this is probably the way I should have won. And I'll take it with an asterisk, backing into it with some sort of fucking, caveat that comes along with it. Everyone's gonna remember that. No one's gonna. Everyone's doing everything they do for DeMar. No one's gonna remember my championship. So, but I will have a trophy that I will have,
You're gonna have a trophy.
and I'll have it displayed during every podcast. Well, not I won't bring it on the road, probably not, but maybe. Um, speaking of
It's gonna be a bitch
apologies,
to travel
also,
with.
I know. Speaking of apologies, also, I owe the producers of HBO's Hard Knocks a serious apology. I think about 5 or 6 podcasts ago, I just wrote them off as being like, "What happened? You guys gave up because they just didn't do anything the week of their bye." And I was like, "This show sucks." But they really, I mean, they they went every single week. They watched this fucking train wreck week by week by week by week.
Yeah.
And as bad as I thought the kind of cuts and the edits and the final products were at the beginning, as I mean, look, I knew everything that happened, but I still watched every episode, mostly because I just wanted to see. There was sort of drama unfolding with offensive line or coaches, and then you had GMs go down, and was Kingsbury going to be fired? So there was drama there, but like it all sort of unfolded kind of cool, and I like the way they did it. They really sucked JJ Watt off hard.
Well,
But
as they should have. It was really the only story left for that team.
yeah, I mean that was it. What else are they playing for? Not to get hurt. That's all really. At
He
this
went
point.
out. He went out great. That
2
last game,
sacks.
especially. I mean, my God.
You don't think
Um,
there's any chance he comes back to you? Back to you? He
No,
retired.
he's done. He's done.
Okay.
I thought the same thing too. I mean, look, he's got it's like these guys that they feel like they can come back. I believe that he probably, if not, he has something lined up as far as broadcasting or something like that. He's not going to sit around and do nothing for a year. Like I don't know if you watched the episode, but like, I have no idea what to do in August. I've been at training camp since 10 years old, and that makes sense. And I bet you this August he probably will still have to be at a training camp covering these things for a network or something like that. But he will obviously have way more downtime. And I'm like, go to Italy, dude. Don't you watch White Lotus? Go to Italy for the first 2 weeks of August, and then come back and cover the camps and get off to fucking the beginning of the season. My question is, where does he go? Where do you think he lands as far as broadcasting is concerned? And do you think he is the head honcho lead person in that? Like, you're not hiring JJ Watt to just kind of come in. I don't know. Is it like, how big do you have to be to kind of get that like lead guy right off the bat? I mean, Greg Olsen was a tight end. I would say JJ Watt is bigger than Greg Olsen as far as name and marquee value and stuff.
Yeah, but it also depends on how he is on camera. We don't know how he's going to be on camera. Greg Olsen is
dude,
charismatic.
I'll tell you,
they do care a little bit, and maybe they give him a cushy job to start. But if he sucks, they'll slowly push him further and further away from prime time and keep him like in the, he'll cover all the Houston games that no one's watching.
As the only person on this podcast who has been on camera with JJ Watt performing together, I will tell you this.
That's different, Steve. That's different.
The dude is a fucking superstar.
I'm not saying that he isn't. I'm just saying we don't know how he is as a broadcaster on camera because,
I'm sure he'll be good. I mean, they prepare for that job like they do.
I have infinitely more trepidation about Tom Brady taking over a microphone than I would handing over a microphone to JJ Watt. Absolutely no questions asked. Absolutely none. JJ Watt is, if he wasn't going to do if he wasn't the defensive end dude, he could be a politician. He could be a guy that he's a good schmoozer. He knows how to talk to people. He knows how to charm people. And I'm not saying that's what you need for broadcasting, but there will be no moments where you're like, this guy's a fucking cheeseball. JJ Watt is real deal, authentic, good dude who knows the game. And I don't think he's going to get on people's nerves.
Well, if he does decide to come back to football, he's still under contract with the Cardinals for another year. So the idea of him maybe going to Pittsburgh to play with his brothers probably wouldn't happen.
No, but also you got to wait to that Cardinal situation. He doesn't want to go back and play for a fucking new coach, new GM, new everything, like a new thing for what? One more year so he can get out of that to go play with his brothers for another year. It's like, it's not just a 1 year commitment. It's a 2 year, 2+ year commitment probably
Yeah.
because, if the Cardinals still have him, that's it. But yeah, no, I thought this show overall, they did a good job. And it's like,
Mhm.
the, I mean, I don't know when you could possibly start, but could you cover I would almost like, I want to see you cover the Hard Knocks team in the summer into a couple weeks in the season. Like they were almost double the episodes for the Cardinals than they were for
Yeah.
the Lions, I think.
I would like to see them like bring the GM in and fire him. Like they usually do the players on cut day. I want to see them
Yeah,
bring
I
in the
mean,
front office.
I would have
that
liked
was
to
the one
seen
thing I was like,
Kingsbury get
yes, the
fired,
phone
and then we
call.
get to walk through him walking through his house, going, "Well, I got to sell this shit now."
I mean, I don't know what Keim has done, or if there's anything that he's like. I don't know if he's in rehab or like, if he's sick or whatever. But like, I'm not. Whenever I hear someone resigned, I'm like, he didn't like. No one resigns from a job like that. Like, you either get fired or you get told like, if you'd like to save some face, we're going to tell everyone you step down, so that you can step up again when you want to in another position somewhere else. But I think step down looks better than fired, right? I think we're all in agreement on that. So, I mean, maybe that's probably what happened. But I don't think he was like, look, dude, I can't do this job anymore. Or I don't know how, he was with the organization for 25 years, 30 years. This is probably his dream, running that fucking group. So, yeah, I would, if I'm JJ Watt, I'm not going back to a fucking first year dumpster fire all over again. Even though they have probably way more talent and weapons than most places you step into first year. But
Well, not really, because how
you
healthy
got
is their
Hopkins.
quarterback going to be? And Hopkins could leave; he might opt out and go be a free agent.
Oh, well then get out.
And James
D-Hop.
Connor's a year older. Hollywood Brown
Okay.
would then step in as your like number one, and he's not
Yeah,
really
no,
a number
that's-
one.
That I get that.
On defense, you got
But-
Buda Baker, and that's about it.
Yeah. What about Isaiah Simmons? Wasn't he supposed to be better than this? He was like supposed to be like a fucking
He's a top 10 pick.
Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they got some issues over there. Where does Kingsbury land? He doesn't get a job, does he? A head coaching
doesn't-
job?
He doesn't get a head coaching job, no.
Maybe he goes back to college.
He has coordinator vibe, dude.
Mhm.
It's all positive all the time, but not much like, come on, y'all know what we're gonna do, right? Y'all know we're here to like, not like sometimes I gotta kick you in the ass. He doesn't have the kick you in the ass sort of gear, I don't think.
He doesn't seem like a motivator. It seemed like watching Hard
Yes.
Knocks. Anytime that a speech needed to be made, it's like, okay, JJ, take him, or hey, Buddha, let him know. He never
Yeah.
was like the guy that stepped up and was like, hey guys, we need to come together.
And plus, he never cried once. Dan
No.
Campbell cried 3 times an episode.
Yeah. And that made Jamal Williams break Barry Sanders' record.
See? So I'm saying like motivate people and then motivate people. Get them going. Get those people up and moving.
Also, apparently
Um,
him and Kyler weren't getting along near the end too. So I mean,
Who,
It's
Cliff?
Not surprising.
yeah. Yeah.
You know what though, dude? I mean, look, that's something where I'm like, you picked this guy, dude.
Yeah.
This is the guy you pick. So
Could have
You
had
could
Josh
have, you could have
Rosen.
Josh Rosen.
yeah, I'm not saying you got to get like people don't get divorced. I understand it doesn't work out sometimes, but you picked this person. So it wasn't like we chose them for you. This is not an arranged marriage. It could have had Josh Rosen and probably a ton more picks back.
Mhm.
I don't know where they give him to Miami, right? He went to Miami.
Yeah, initially.
So
And then he made
Anyway.
the rounds.
yeah. K Surratt to fucking good old Cliff Kingsbury. And I bet you he's an offensive coordinator again.
Maybe
A couple more
Patriots.
years. Why not?
The Patriots.
Belichick likes him. He played there for a year.
They did cut
Why
him
not?
off.
Oh, please. You think he gives a shit? Did anyone else pick him up? No. So, maybe the Patriots had the right fucking idea. And, being Bill Belichick's coordinator and going in there and, they need someone to run that ship. Maybe you never know. If it turns out he turns the ship around and gets him going in the right direction, maybe he takes over the fucking wheels one day. The Patriots job is probably way better than the fucking Arizona Cardinals job. Although his house won't be nearly as nice. I mean, it'll be nice, but it's not going to be fucking views of Camelback. I'll tell you that right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You guys want to make some picks? I'm not. What do you? What? I don't know what else to talk about.
Well,
We got the Golden Globes.
You're not on Twitter, so I don't
Yeah.
know if you saw the Odell Beckham video.
What?
They released the Odell Beckham video of him getting kicked off the plane.
I have not seen it. I've seen
Pretty great.
I've seen people talk about it. All I saw was one quick clip where he was like, "I'm going to be on a private plane in 40 minutes, and you're going to be eating a cheeseburger or something, you fat ass."
You're
or
going to
something
be
like that.
enjoy your cheese plate, you ugly.
Yeah. Enjoy your
Now that's something you could go get copyrighted and slap on a T-shirt.
Do you think that all the teams knew about this? Like that they were like, "This is embarrassing. We don't want this coming up like before the playoffs."
Definitely do their due diligence, and they looked into it, and I'm sure they got access to it before it was released publicly. But the stewardess is talking to the cop, and she's like, "He's got his pants off," and the cop's like, "His pants aren't off. What are you talking about?" So I think they probably should not have kicked him off the plane, but then he was obviously kind of an asshole to all the passengers. But I would have been too, maybe, if I'm getting kicked off for no reason.
Dude, think of the one thing though that it's just like you have to have balls to inconvenience 200 other people, and not give a fuck about it.
I don't have that in me, so I would have just
takes a special kind of. Yeah, dude. Well, you're that's who you are. You're a Midwestern Buffalo fucking kind of nice person. I mean, you're not smart. You're
just
not
say it. I'm a beta.
Smart person.
I'm not an alpha. Odell is an alpha. I am not an alpha.
Yeah, but Odell's an alpha in the way of like, I'd probably kick Odell's ass if I was pissed off. Like I'm saying, like if I was more motivated in the fight, I'd kick Odell's ass. I bet you there's like 5 or 6 people. He's not motivated because he's like the biggest tough guy. He's not an alpha because he's like a big tough guy. He just has enough talent to back up a gift. He has enough gifts to back up the fucking shit that he talks because somebody, not him, will be willing to either pay or do it themselves to fucking kick somebody's ass. Like he's the kind of person that has bodyguards most of the time. Mm-hmm. He's a fake tough guy. He's not gonna like it. Let me tell you something. If James Harrison was like, "I'm not getting off this fucking plane," and everyone, I would have quietly, slowly, and methodically taken my bags. 2 hours. I would have sat on the tarmac in Chicago outside for 2 hours if James Harrison decided that I had to get off the plane, or everyone, all 200 of us, for any reason whatsoever. There'd be no back talk to James Harrison. I'll tell you that.
Well, I think it answers the question.
I would probably beat the fuck out of him.
It answers the question. He's not going anywhere this year, but where do you think he lands next season?
On a reality show, probably. I would say Big Brother London, based on these antics. I would say something along, somewhere in the TBS world, perhaps. I don't know. I mean, to me, I'm like, I got to see fucking knees. I got to see scopes. How the fuck are people going to offer Odell Beckham $10 million to go play in 4 football games in the playoffs? And nobody wants to give fucking Carlos Correa, who's never had an injury with the fucking ankle, any money to go play baseball anymore. Did you hear about this, by the way? The Mets have released what they said that ankle has 3 years left on it, like a tire.
Wow.
And that when it goes, it's like he'll have surgery to be able to walk again, not to play baseball again, to walk again, to be able to have quality of life. Once that ankle goes, there is no coming back. And you know what fucking Steve Cohen did? Still offered him 6 years against the judgment of his fucking. He thought that highly of him. He's like, well, at least we can get 3 years out of him. I'll pay him for 6. Crazy, right? And
The
Twins are like,
Twins
"Fuck
have
it,
no
we'll-"
problem. Yeah. That's what I don't get.
What are
Like
they-
I guess saw it up comfortable with it.
I don't know. It's probably mangled. It was an injury that happened, I guess, in college or something like that or whatever. And he's never missed a game from it,
Mhm.
which sucks. That's sort of a shitty thing to have happen to you. But apparently, the doctors that have all looked at it said, like, when this thing goes, and it's gonna go like a fucking Mount Vesuvius, it's no like there's no coming back from it. So
It's horrifying.
yeah, it is. I mean, imagine you're Carlos Correa. How many fucking jerseys does this guy put on? I mean, he really hasn't put on any, but he's been in every single, like half the major league jerseys in memes across fucking the internet. So,
Mhm.
yeah, that's what's going on there. Let's talk about. Did you watch the Golden Globes?
No, I completely forgot they were on.
What night
I
were they
watched
on?
some of them.
Tuesday?
Yeah,
it was
Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. It was pretty bad.
That's how. Yeah, Lucas, is your mic doing the repeating thing on purpose?
No, is it repeating? Is it echoing?
Okay, so it's not just me. I'm not crazy. You're
Let me take
echoing.
my-
At the end,
take
it
my mic.
was.
It's fine.
Okay.
There it is. That's better now. I thought you were doing the guy from Goodfellas, Tommy Two Times. Gotta get the papers. Yeah, no, I didn't watch it either. I was at a basketball practice for Jackson's team, so I came in and Gerard was sitting on a step telling people that he's black. So I didn't. I was like, whoa, things have. This is not the Golden Globes. I'm.
Yeah, where's Ricky
So,
Gervais telling everyone to go fuck themselves?
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know who wins what. I know Austin Butler still thinks he's fucking Elvis. I listened to his speech.
Yeah, Cassie
That-
was telling me he has like a permanent accent now from doing the role.
I don't know, but yeah, he said. I mean, look, people were like up in arms, I guess, about the fact that he still sounds like Elvis. I listened to the speech; he does like have the affect, and I was like, oh, maybe that's how he is. Maybe he's from. And then I listened. They played an interview. Jackson played an interview from 3 years ago at the MTV Video Awards, or whatever. That was like, oh, he sounds like a Valley boy.
Yeah.
So maybe he's doing it. You know, fucking what's his name? Uh, um, Ray Charles, not the other. Who played Ray Charles?
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx walked around for fucking 2 years after. She get the money. You know, like any time he could have possibly sang that song. So, you know, these guys get caught up in it. He wants everyone to remember how good he was. He probably doesn't have a job yet. He probably doesn't have his next job.
Yeah.
He's still trying to get that next
Well,
big fucking job.
he's got to milk
So-
it till the Oscars.
Yes, remember when I was Elvis? Come on, baby, come on. He killed fucking Elvis's daughter.
Yeah.
Austin Butler killed Priscilla Presley, I think. She heard him doing that accent. She was like, fuck this, I'm out of here. I'm going home with daddy. Wild, dude. The Golden Globes were so bad they killed Priscilla Presley. That's my takeaway from this whole fucking
The
thing.
ratings were down. I think it was like 26% or something.
Come on, dude.
So
Yeah, and
they
that's
were
from
already
2021.
Yeah, they were already down, and now it's even bad. Like just do it like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Just shoot it and put it on HBO Max and be done with it. It's embarrassing.
That's how they're
at
doing the
this point.
SAG Awards this year.
Mhm.
I just got my letter. They're doing the SAG Awards on Netflix. They're just going to air them and then just that's it. Boom.
Yeah. That's
Put them
fine.
up there. Be done with it. Blah blah blah. It's over. I mean, a fucking Charlotte Hornets game's gonna get better numbers than the fucking Golden Globes. You know, it's like give me a break. Can't have this. This is ridiculous to have these guys go out there and accept these awards. Oh, Zelensky's coming out. This guy's
Oh.
fighting a war.
Steve, if you want to talk about ratings and how popular sports gambling is, the NFL had 80 of the top 100 broadcasts in prime time in 2022. NFL football games, 80.
Yeah. That's it. Live sports.
Yeah. So
Live sports is the only thing
legalize
anyone has to watch.
gambling everywhere because that's what's being watched.
And legalize mushroom and acid everywhere too. Can we put those together?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Can we package that together? And legalize mandatory space on. We have to have bigger seats on planes. I can't anymore. Even the fucking ones up front are still too small. This fucking fat guy with his leg slopped onto mine today. I felt this heat coming off his fucking fat thigh. It was disgusting. Anyway, what else? I mean, like, we're gonna win this weekend, right? The Giants are gonna win.
I actually like you a lot to win. And
I told you, dude.
you're
we're
gonna hate me
win
because
this
I'm
weekend.
gonna curse you.
We're gonna shock the world against the
But
fucking Eagles next weekend.
Do you want to create a bracket?
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's create.
Okay.
Let's create some brackets. You want? Come on, bracket boy. Here's my
Beat
prediction.
game. Okay.
Giants beat the
Well,
Vikings.
let's go.
and
Let's
they
go in
shock
order.
the world. Let me
go in order.
finish.
Let's
they
go in
shock
order.
the world against Philly. Then they get destroyed by the San Francisco.
I'm
49ers
with
at home.
you 100%. That's actually I like because look, Philly, Jalen Hurts hasn't played in a month, and he did not look good
Yeah.
coming back. And now he's taking another week off. And when you're hot, you're hot. But then if you don't play, you kind of lose that swag. He's the best player I think in football this year, and he would have won MVP if he had played out that season at the level he was at. Now it'll just be Mahomes, but he was not great coming back. He took too many weeks off. So
That's what happened.
I'm with you. Dable's got the Giants clicking. Kenny Golladay caught a touchdown. And it
Caught
was
a touchdown.
the greatest catch of the season.
And then whoever sat next to him flipped off the fucking television camera for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Did you see that? He was like sitting next to me. He was like, oh god.
But let's
me a
start in order. So the first game of the weekend, we got the Seahawks going into San Francisco. I think we're probably all in agreement that that's not going to be much of a game.
Yep.
And Geno Smith is going to fumble away their season. San
Fucking
Francisco.
Gino, dude. Gino Smith he's a free agent. Would you want Gino Smith running your team next year?
It depends on what my options are. If I'm Vegas,
not if you're the Bills. Yeah, if I'm the Bills, no. But I mean, yeah.
If I'm Vegas,
yeah.
maybe we
Vegas. What about
what if Aaron
Carolina?
Rodgers is not going back to Green Bay? I would be shocked if he does. What if he ends up in Vegas and he's
where is he going? Then who's taking that money off their fucking plate, dude?
Well, Green Bay would have to pay for most of it.
No,
So
they're not
Vegas
going
could take
to.
him. The Colts could take him. The Colts would want him.
Yeah, of course they would want him. Jim Irsay wants anyone that's going to pay the bill for him, but I don't think that anyone's going to pay the bill, dude. The Packers are not going to go. We're going to give up Aaron Rodgers and pay the. You only pay the lion's share when the guy sucks, and you want to get rid of him.
They'll get something in return. And by the way, he sucks. He did not have a good season.
Come on, bro.
He did not have a good. He's seeing what was the thing that he was saying? He's seeing from the ayahuasca trips, like the man in the hat
Trails?
or something. No, Lucas, can you find it and pull it up?
Yeah.
He's talking about like seeing this shadowy man that's holding a machete, and he's been having like these visions ever since he's been doing ayahuasca. It's wild.
I got an ayahuasca trip planned. I'm not going to get into it right now, but
it's called
careful.
I mean,
he calls him the Hat Man.
Yeah, the Hat Man.
Really?
Shadowy figure wearing a hat, holding like a dead chicken and a machete.
Well, oh man. Well, here's what I know.
Are you going to step back in the pocket? You're going to lean into a throw if you see the Hat Man in the secondary holding a machete?
I'll tell you what, dude. I'd rather have Aaron Rodgers and the Hat Man Blues over Tom Brady, Derek Carr, Geno Smith, Jimmy Garoppolo.
I don't know.
Every one of these guys.
I think Derek Carr. I would still.
Derek Carr is my favorite out of those guys.
Okay,
but you throw Aaron Rodgers in the mix, it's not even fucking close, bro.
No, because he's not going to be 40, and he didn't have a good year, Steve. He did not.
Dude,
play
because he's got an attitude. He didn't like playing there. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like you.
If he didn't like playing there,
Okay,
why
if he
why
doesn't like you-
sign an extension? He signed an
Because it's what
extension.
he's supposed to do.
No,
And they
he could have
offered him a
left.
butt ton of money.
He could have walked out. He could have gone somewhere else. He could have gone to the Colts this year. That could have happened. But he
Wow.
thought that he was going to get Devontae Adams back. And then he thought that they were going to use those early draft picks to get a receiver when they didn't get him. And that didn't happen. So, yeah, he had a bad attitude. But he's also always just had a bad attitude. So the
You
Packers
always
need
have a
to.
bad attitude.
Well, yeah, but that's why you love me. The Packers need to
Okay.
figure out how to get rid of him, and they need to start playing Jordan Love while he's still on his rookie contract and figure out if Jordan Love is actually something or if they need to start over.
Well, it ain't gonna happen. They're tied to Aaron Rodgers for 2 more years, you bitch. So he's
gonna
not
be
going
40.
anywhere.
He's going somewhere. I'm telling you.
Okay,
He's
great.
done.
Let's get to the brackets, please, because
Okay.
I have valuable time here.
Okay. So I think we're all in agreement that the 49ers move on, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's interesting. This is probably the second most interesting game on the slate. You got the Chargers going to the Jags. The Chargers
Yep.
are actually road favorites. I personally like the Chargers.
Me too. I don't know why. I just hope that everything shows up for them. They're little Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, that team. The Jaguars usually
They've
are
gotten
pretty
healthier. They've gotten healthier on defense, and the Jags, I think, were a lucky bounce and a touchdown away from losing to the Titans with Josh Dobbs at quarterback. So
yeah.
I
Give me
like
the Jags.
Chargers.
Give me
I
the
know.
Jags.
Lucas likes Trevor Lawrence, but
The Jags could not. They wouldn't surprise me if they make it to an AFC Championship game. They did it with Blake Bortles.
you're out of your
5 years
mind.
ago.
You're out of your mind.
Well, they
Even
also
if
had
that's-
Jalen Ramsey,
Look, it's
too.
going to be the Chiefs, the Bengals, or the Bills. That's
That's
it.
what we think. That's what we think.
I mean, it's one thing to say it's going to be one team and then that team has a bad game. Those 3 teams are so far and away better than everyone
Yeah.
else in the AFC. It's not even.
But what
funny.
I like about
one
the
of them
Trevor-
is going to the Super Bowl.
This is my favorite matchup of the week, though, because I think whichever quarterback wins kind of gets that, behind Mahomes, Allen, Burrow treatment. Like, who's, the Trevor Lawrence. It's their both first playoff game. I think it's the game of the week.
Oh, yeah. No, I believe so, too. I think it's going to be a good game. I think that, those 2 quarterbacks are like, who do you want more over the next 10 years? It's a battle between the 2 of them. But I think the Chargers are a more well-balanced team. And I think that they should be able to win this game, even on the road.
I don't think it's a
But
good game. I think the Chargers
is-
win outright, and Trevor Lawrence is not going to play great, and ETN's not going to play great. That Chargers defense got healthy, and they're playing better football. And as long as Brandon Staley doesn't go for it on 4th down on his 2-yard line, they're going to be fine.
All right.
I think the game of the week is your game, Steve. Honestly, I think it's going to have the most points, and it's going to be the most exciting because the Vikings like to keep it close. Even when they pull out a big lead, they let the other team come back in. And I skipped a game, but I like the Giants to beat the Vikings in Minnesota.
Me too. I 100% agree.
I think we all agree that the Bills are going to steamroll the Dolphins because, I mean, even if Tua plays, losing Armstead sucks for them. And then you don't have Mostert. And you might not have Waddle. You might not have Waddle at 100%. The Dolphins secondary is very suspect. They got to play in the cold weather. Not that it really matters because there's not going to be like snow or anything. But they're not playing in Miami. And Josh Allen's going to be highly motivated in front of those fans with potentially DeMar Hamlin hanging out on the sideline.
Told you not
Also,
to do that.
Naheem Hines, I think, returns another one to the house this game. Just a prediction.
That's a good prediction.
All right.
I
mean, that was incredible, by the way.
yeah.
That was incredible. That was amazing.
And then we have the Ravens and the Bengals. The Bengals have, that opened a lot closer. It's now Bengals -9. Lamar Jackson's not playing. Gus Edwards probably is not playing. So, the Ravens have a much better defense now, especially getting Roquan Smith. They're playing better, but with probably their 3rd string quarterback, you're not going to keep pace with Joe Burrow. It's just too much. It would take a lot of fluky bounces and weird things to happen for the Bengals to lose this game.
So yeah, I think we're pretty settled on all 4 teams that are going to win this weekend.
Well, here's where we
Or
differ.
six
I
teams,
am
sorry.
all in on the Cowboys. Not even close. Brady's losing this game by 14, 21, 25 points. It's not even going to be close.
I agree that the Cowboys win, but I do think it's going to be a close game.
No.
Give me the
So
Bucks.
really,
Yeah,
So Lucas likes the Jags and he likes the Bucks.
I mean, take this with what you will, but Jason Garrett was talking the other day, former Cowboys coach, just noting how slower the Dallas defense is on natural grass compared to turf.
That's all bullshit.
really, why?
Could
Why does
be.
he say?
He just says they're a defense that relies on speed, and if they're playing in Tampa, which Tampa should not be having a home game, the NFL has to change that. You shouldn't win a shitty division.
No,
at 9-8
I disagree.
and get to host.
And
a
by the
fucking
way,
NFL
Lucas,
I
Lucas,
disagree.
they were not 9-8. They were 8-9, and it was Brady's first losing season as a starter.
Okay.
They were 8-9, but I disagree. If you win your division, it doesn't matter how bad you are. You get the home game. That's how it should be.
I mean, I get you should get a playoff game, but to host, remember the Marshawn Lynch earthquake run? They were like 9 and they made the playoffs to 7-9, and they were hosting the New Orleans Saints, who were like 13-3.
And who won that game?
The Seahawks. Because they
Hosting
had
a
a
playoff
fucking
game's
home.
overrated. The last 2 Giants runs have gone. We've gone on the road every single fucking week and we won it.
That's true.
There you go.
This is a crazy stat too. Out of here, I have it right here. So a number 6 seed has won in the wild card round 8 of the last 9 seasons. And then this Giants game and Vikings, I think it's the first game ever where both teams have a negative point differential on the season.
Oh, they both do?
Yeah.
Only the Giants did.
No, I have
Oh
here.
my
I pull this
God.
up right now. This is the stat I have. Can you see it?
Yeah. The Giants, yeah.
-3, -6.
Okay.
Oh my God.
But it's not even, I think the Giants are going to pull that out. It's going to be like, they're each going to have 30 plus points. It's going to be really exciting. And Daniel Jones is basically going to win himself a long-term job with New York.
Oh my God, Brendan, I'm going to come in my pants.
He's going to run. Look, he's going to throw for 280 and a couple of touchdowns. He's going to run for another 70, and he's going to have 2 touchdowns.
This could be a thing. If he has a great game like that, it could earn him like a $20 million a year contract for 5 years. If he wins this one and wins next week, he might get himself a fucking max deal.
Yeah. So then next week, you would have the Eagles playing the Giants. And I like the Giants to upset. I think Philly comes out flat, too much time off. Giants
honestly
know that team very well, and they shock everybody. It happens every year.
I'm
Someone
so
shocks
excited
somebody.
about this.
Giants shock the Eagles and take down the 1 seed.
I'm so excited about this. The only problem is that now I know it will never happen because I heard it come out of your mouth. Now I know. I'm like, this is
yeah. They probably lose by 3 touchdowns this week.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So like the joy will be gone. But just knowing that like the things that I think in my head that are possible, that someone else says them out loud. Unfortunately, that someone is our fucking mush. And therefore, I would much rather Lucas be saying this than you. Because usually the stuff that you say never happens. So the problem that I have is emotionally I'm on your side and I feel the same way you do, but I just can't tie myself to it right now because it's you.
Well, I think Lucas is on Kirk Cousins, and he's got the Vikings going all the way to the Super Bowl and winning.
No,
No
I think
way.
the Giants do win this weekend.
Oh, thank God.
I do. I'm on board this.
Thank God. All right. That's all.
Yeah,
I just
they
want
take down the
one
Eagles, and then that would be the 49ers and the Cowboys. Cowboys handle their business. Or excuse me, the 49ers handle their business because I think the 49ers are going to play in the Super Bowl. It's just
You don't think there's
one?
one more Tom Brady versus his childhood team matchup that we get to see?
No.
No.
All right.
It's look, I obviously am very biased against Tom Brady. I don't know if you guys realize that, but all of that emotion aside, the Buccaneers are just not a good football team. They are not what they were 2 years ago. Their offense is very sluggish. They've stayed in games with bad teams because those bad teams make mistakes. They have bad turnovers, bad penalties, whatever, and it keeps Tom close enough. But it's not like he's orchestrating these crazy drives and making crazy Tom Brady plays. It's just sort of like, okay, 7 yards at a time, and then they kick a field goal. They're bad on defense. Their coach is vanilla. It's not what it was. So they're going to lose to the Cowboys, and I don't think it's going to be close. But I think the 49ers are the team that comes out of the NFC. AFC is a lot tighter. You get past this week, and the Bengals, Bills. My heart obviously
Is that what it would be?
That's who it would be.
Oh
It would
my
be a rematch.
God, guys.
So it would be if Chargers or Jags, doesn't matter who, the winner of that would play the Chiefs. And I think that if it's the Chargers, that's more interesting to me because the Chargers played the Chiefs very close twice this year. They lost both those games, but they were very close games. And honestly, it could have gone either way. It wasn't like the Chiefs outclassed them. So if the Chargers win this week, they could pull the upset. It's probably still going to be Kansas City, especially since
what your nightmare is? The Jaguars win this weekend and take out your best chance of beating the fucking Chiefs, because then the Jaguars will look, if this is their Super Bowl. If they win this weekend, that's it. They are not walking into Arrowhead Stadium and winning that fucking football game.
No.
Justin Herbert might though. So
he's
how
been
are
there.
you guys?
He's played there a couple of years. He's not intimidated, and they play that team tough. They know that team well. So that would be the hope, is that the Chargers pull the upset. So I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to say the Chiefs lose to the Chargers. That bye week, honestly, I don't think is a good thing. I think you got to play football. Taking a week off that late in the season and then coming back after this other team has played the most intense game of the year and they're laser focused. You have that long week off. I just think there's something to that. So I think if the Chargers make it through, they beat the Chiefs next week. Bills and Bengals, I honestly don't know who wins that game. I got to see what Josh looks like this weekend. Josh looks good, Bills win that game. If Josh looks bad, I think Joe Burrow is playing the best football of anybody right now. So the Bengals would move on and play in the AFC Championship.
That's when you bring out Hamlin. Steve's right.
Yeah.
That round.
Yeah. You got to bring him out for the Bengals.
But even having
and of course, but the problem though
doesn't negate that Josh Allen is just not playing good.
It also motivates it takes away a little bit because it is still the team. Like they were with him too. Like they watched them as well. The Bengals, like they're sort of like it's like it doesn't hurt them as much.
You don't want to motivate
as much
the Bengals.
as it would. Yeah, like as the Chiefs, it would be like, oh shit, like these guys are like super psyched up because their buddy almost died, But like the Bengals are like, oh, we were there too, dude. We saw that shit too. Mm-hmm. But again, guys, is it going to be Bills 49ers? Probably. I hope
Bills
so.
49ers.
And then good luck with that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Holy shit.
Hey, man, I don't mind playing. The 49ers defense is very good, but they haven't played Josh Allen yet. And if the Bills defense has to go up against Brock Purdy or Jimmy G coming off an IR stint, I'm fine with that too. They've got good weapons. McCaffrey would probably torch them. Debo healthy would probably torch them, but I don't know if a Brock Purdy or a Jimmy G could keep up with Josh Allen in the Super Bowl.
Are we gambling this week?
Yeah. Want to make some picks?
Yeah, let's do it. Because I just want to make sure. I didn't know if we were just picking the money lines on these games and just picking winners, or do you want to?
We could do either.
You want to just try to pick 6 winners?
Yeah, we can try to pick 6 winners, but Lucas differs on 2 of them.
Oh yeah, that's true. Lucas differs on 2 of them.
That's all right. I'll make my own bets.
We're trying to win Lucas. We're trying to win Lucas money.
Like my side bet. Fucking Brenton side bet Biddlecombe.
We had a
Timeouts this
hey, we had
weekend.
a good year, Steve. People should tail the side bets. Speaking of not having a good year, Mattress Mac has lost over $9 million betting against Georgia in the national championship the last 2 years.
Well, he's betting TCU, man. What are you gonna do? But by the way, it's only it's 9 out of the 75 million that he won for the fucking World Series. So
Yeah.
I'm sure he didn't go spend that all in one place.
Okay, so we got San Francisco on the money line. Chargers, Jags. We got 2 votes for the Chargers, 1 for the Jags, but we're going with the Chargers. Dolphins, Bills. We're taking the Bills. Giants, Vikings. We are taking the Giants, and we're getting plus money on that. Ravens, Bengals. We're going with the Bengals. And Cowboys, Bucks. I am leaning Cowboys, but I could also see that fucking us as like we get 5 right, and then Tom Brady tells me to go fuck myself one more time. But I love the Cowboys.
I like the Cowboys too. Unfortunately, I mean, not as a Giants fan, but in this game.
So $50 is going to get Lucas. And then Lucas, feel free to make this bet on your own and do all the opposite. But that's going to get you $508.26.
Woo! Girl, let's get some new shoes. Come on now. That's gonna be great. I think that those are all solid picks.
Yeah.
Unless, I mean, shit goes wrong if someone gets hurt or something. But we're close to it now. It's Friday. We're already there. Usually we do this on Wednesday and then everything fucking falls apart after we make these picks. All right. Well, that's it, guys. Playoff football is upon us. Get ready.
I got some news. We had our Christmas this last week.
Nice.
So Cassie got me a shirt.
Yeah.
It's a very nice shirt. She says I can wear it on stage, and I'm taking her to Italy. So
nice.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
We will be.
Where are you guys going?
We're going to go for her birthday in May. If anyone has any suggestions, feel free to reach out.
Boy.
But I will be wearing my shirt, and she will be flying business class
to Italy. That's amazing. That's they seem like a real, just like, it's a shirt. It's a nice shirt. It's a
nice shirt. It's a very nice
silky
shirt. It's very soft.
Yeah, very soft.
And it's a good color for my eyes. So
I bet you'll wear it in Italy.
Yeah. Well, maybe not. It's long sleeve. It might be warm in May. But I'll be thinking about the shirt while I'm in Italy.
It's long sleeve, so you probably only have a couple more weeks before you can't wear it anymore.
Yeah, basically.
It's long. Yeah. So maybe on the road or something, you'll be able to wear it on the road, that she won't be able to see it. But that Italian dude, that's beautiful. Congratulations. Merry Christmas, man.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
And by the way, I know airlines are fucking up and everyone's mad at them right now, but when you call, be nice and they'll be nice to you, because I picked the dates not knowing when she was going to be able to get time off. And she's like, actually, could we go longer? And so I called and they switched my flight, and the flight 3 days longer in the country was $1,700 cheaper. And then she was like, well, I don't want to fly back out of Rome because we're going to be in Venice. So can you see if we can switch? And then that was like $2,900 cheaper. And it was just because I was nice to the ladies that answered, and they were very nice to me, and they found me the best possible flight. So yeah, it sucks to fly, but be nice to people.
Dude, you're a charming motherfucker, dude. You're a beautiful person, Bren. You're not smart. We have to point you in the right direction. You're a beautiful soul. And don't let anyone tell you differently.
Did you buy lottery tickets?
2. I bought one in South Carolina before I got off the when I got off the plane.
Do you want me to go to your gas station and buy a bunch for you?
I went to one in New York. I was going to actually ask you to get that Altadena gas station one more time, see if they're going to double my money. And then, so I got 2 different states. I'm spreading my fucking everywhere, dude. I got one in LaGuardia before I got my bagel in the morning, and then once when I bounced here. So I'm all over the place. Don't you worry about me. but I'm telling you, I'm close, motherfuckers. I'm sniffing this thing, and let me tell you something.
The podcast just
know that-
ends abruptly. No
Yes,
news.
yes. You will never. Here's how you know if I won this money. You will never, ever hear and or see me again. Okay? Never. Not in the papers, not in a movie, not on television, not on a stage, ever, anywhere, ever. Ever.
I don't think
I'm
that's
gonna
true.
be
No, you know what you would
Tupac.
do? If you won that
I'm
much
Biggie.
money, Steve, if you won that much money, you would be at the Masters on the 18th green on camera, and every time a player would come up to finish their final round, they'd have to kiss you on the lips. That's what you would do with your money.
But there'll be a man in Augusta named Sven Raz who's played there. I can't even believe it. 35 days in a row. No one's ever done that before. And he spent over $60 billion playing Augusta 13 days or 30 days in a row. Sven Raz. We don't know who Steve Ranazizi is, but Sven Raz has been here since, Severo. That's going to be my new name. Severo Raz. And if you hear Severo Raz is out, know that the money's flowing. Okay. You will never see me again. And by the way, I should probably say, I thank you to all my fans, whoever bought tickets, whoever, told me that they enjoyed my comedy or anything, anyone that ever supported me in any way. Thank you so much. But when I win this lottery, it is over. Patreon, Cameo, OnlyFans, all will be shut down. All of them, all my accounts, Instagrams, emails, nothing ever again. And I will send gestures of appreciation to the both of you and to several other people, but you'll never see me again. Okay? As long as we're all understood. But you can see me if I don't win. I'll be in Albany, New York in 2 weeks. I'll be in Huntsville, Alabama the last weekend in January. I'll be in La Jolla, California, Vancouver, Canada, Denver, Colorado. I'll be in Salt Lake City. I just put that one up on my website. All these tickets are at steverenazizi.com. But again, if suddenly all those shows are canceled, you know why. So understand it. Guys, anything else?
No.
Class dismissed. I love you all. Let's go Giants. Let's get a fucking playoff win. And then, of course, I'll let you guys say what you normally say. Go fuck yourselves, everyone. I'll see you next week.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Thank you very much for joining me. How you been? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Steve Ranazizi. I'm the guy